Today we're going to be putting in the MaxxAir fan. And this piece here is actually going to go underneath and attach. What we have to do now is we have to cut out a hole for this, and we're going to attach this to the roof and cut out a piece of cardboard 14 inches. We went ahead and marked the center. I taped it up to where we're going to place it, and we're going to drill a hole straight up the middle. That way we can take this template, put it on top of the roof, tape it down, line it up, so we'll have it in the exact spot that we want it. And we're going to go ahead and take a jigsaw with a metal blade and we'll cut it out. Next, we put masking tape on top of the van. Then we put our template on top of that and traced on top of the masking tape. This makes it so we can see the line that we're going to be cutting from. But first, we have to put a couple holes in using a step-up bit to be able to fit our jigsaw blade into. All right, so now we went on top and we drilled our holes on top. And before we go on top and start cutting, what we're doing is putting a plastic bag underneath to catch all the metal shavings. So now we got the roof cut out, and you can see how we use the masking tape to draw our lines on. So we put it between these two ribs, this one here and this one here. So it's between the back two ribs, and we have it offset to the right a little bit. So to get in the middle so you can see it's to the right. And we did that because on the left-hand side, I left room to add AC eventually. And we actually already ran the wires for the Max fan, and in the future we have wires run for our AC system. What we're going to do is we're just going to file the edges, get all the rough spots out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and paint the edges of everything where we drilled holes and cut to help prevent rust. And what we're using is the Valspar anti-rust armor. This is a clear base, so we had them tinted black. And then when I told the lady what I was using it for, she said it takes 6 hours to dry because it's oil based. So we're gonna go ahead and paint this, and we'll work on something else while this is drying. All right, and you wanna dry fit everything first and make sure everything fits before you put the butyl tapes. The last thing you wanna do is add the butyl tape and then try to add this only to find out that it does not fit. All right, so looking at it, I can see we're gonna have to put this side with a couple more strips of the butyl tape to get this to seal good, and we're gonna have to get it a little thick here. And then I've seen people screw into this straight into the van body, but we're gonna put some wood underneath it so it has something to bite into to hold it a little more secure. Our wooden square that we built, 3/4 inch by 1.5. We basically went ahead and made a square out of it. And what we did is we made sure it fit around the flange before we stapled it together. So if we take this here, this is gonna go underneath, and you can see it's a snug fit like that. So we set up the pieces of wood all the way around. We used a staple gun to staple it on both sides to make sure it's nice and tight and secure. So you can see staples on both sides. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get the butyl tape, add the butyl tape to the top, and we'll go ahead and screw down with a drill bit some holes into here, and we're gonna use bolts to hold it. Next, we're gonna use butyl tape to create a watertight seal in between the flange and the van body. And we put it in the refrigerator to make it easier to work with. Then we have to double up in a couple areas. And this is gonna smash together, and you can mold it so it doesn't have to be perfect. And these little dips, we're gonna add extra. I can feel it starting to get a little stickier as the heat is hitting it. Don't touch the van. Oh my God, it's hot. That's why we got this carpet up here, so we can lean on this. All right, so that's the first layer. I'm gonna go ahead and add a second layer where it dips down. All right, so when you put your flange in, you want to make sure that your clips are on the sides, because that's how your MaxxAir fan screws in. It screws in from the sides. So don't put your flange in like this. It's perfectly square, so it's almost easy to forget, but put your clips on the side. So we're gonna go ahead and attach this now. And like I said, once you put this down, it's super sticky. But we're gonna use bolts, washers, and we're gonna use nylon lock nuts to hold it in place. All right, so what we're getting now is bolts for our MaxxAir fan. We're not gonna use the screws that they have, so I wanna show you the differences between the heads. This is the oval head. You can see that head. We don't want to use that on the plastic because once we tighten that down, there's a chance that it can crack the plastic. So you don't want oval head. This is the Phillips flat, and you don't want that. Look at the head on that. It's got a little V to it. That has a chance to crack the plastic as well. So what we're going to use is, let me see, there you go, pan head. See that flat head? So when we tighten that down, that's not going to crack the plastic. So make sure you get the pan head screws, and we're getting stainless steel as well. So make sure you get stainless steel, get pan heads. And the actual size that we're using is 832 by 1.5. Stainless steel Phillips pan head machine screws. So these are going to be the best screws to go through the wood and not crack the plastic on the MaxxAir fan. All right, and the bolts that we're using, they're 8/32 by 1.5. So what we're going to use is we're going to use a drill bit to drill through the holes to put them in there. And this drill bit size is a 9/64. All right, so you can see we use the button head, and we also use the washer underneath them. On this side, we had to use longer bolts because you can see the van actually slopes down, and we used extra butyl underneath. And if you come underneath, you can see we have the nuts, and we'll go ahead and tighten these up now. All right, now we got everything sealed up with the butyl tape, and then I went ahead and used the flex paste to seal up the bolt heads. Now we're gonna put on the MaxxAir fan. Yeah, Max, like you, Max. What we gotta do now is we gotta open this up manually, so that way we can access the screws right here that we're going to use to screw it in. So let's go ahead and get this open. You gonna open this up, Max? All right, so we went ahead and manually raised up the fan so we can access these holes on the side. These are what you're going to use to screw into the flange that's already on top of the van. One important thing you need to remember is you need to pull your wires out from here and fish them through the hole before you slide your fan into place. Otherwise, you're gonna have a tough time getting these wires out if you try to attach your fan and screw it in before taking these out. So let's get these out first. We slid the wires through the hole of the MaxxAir fan, and then we slid the fan into the flange and attached it with the 2 screws here, one here and one here, and there's 2 on the other side. And this is what the fan looks like when it's running and fully open, and this is what the fan looks like when it's off and closed. All right, MaxxAir fan is installed. We went ahead and closed it manually. Our wires are through here, and then now we can just finish putting the roof in and the insulation, and then we can put the cover to hide all of this. All right, now we got the MaxxAir fan installed, and you can see you can control it manually here. And you can also reverse it so it can pull air in and pull air out, and then you got different speeds. Turn this off. Automatically closes. And here's the MaxxAir fan with the ceiling panels and the MaxxAir fan cover installed. I use the machine screws and the nylon lock nuts because they're stronger than the screws and less likely to rattle loose. Happy to report there's been no leaks from the fan, even in heavy rains, despite it being installed offset and on the curve of the roof. I feel like this was an easy project to do, and anybody can do it. Just take it step by step and you'll be done before you know it. Good luck on your van build. I'll see you in the next video.